What's up, Guardians? Welcome to the 9th episode of DNA Weekly Strike, DNA's Destiny-centric podcast. Remember, you can watch the episodes early on Thursdays or download the MP3 off iTunes and other podcast services on Sundays. I'm your host, Corey Deering, and with me, as always, is Brian Anderson. What's up, Brian?
What's up, Guardians?
Man, what an intense week of
grinding. The very first week of Taken King has finally concluded.
Oh my gosh. This is the most I've played Destiny in 1 week in my entire life. I know you play every night, but man, I was finding time in my day. All my free time went to Destiny.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get as much sleep as I normally do.
Yeah.
Definitely was grinding a lot. I grinded a lot.
Yeah.
A lot this past week. And, it was worth it.
Yeah, I finally hit 290. I'm raid ready. I found that sweet fusion rifle today, the Telios or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the Needler.
Yeah, the Needler from Halo.
I ran into a guy who was using it in Crucible. It was like we were playing Elimination or something, and it was pretty effective. It worked very well.
Yeah, I just by using it doesn't seem like it charges as slowly as the other fusion rifles.
Yeah,
but,
the thing about, and especially in getting hit by it, is not only do you get hit by the initial blast of it, but then you have the Needler effect where they explode on you.
Yeah.
So it does even more damage.
Yeah.
So pretty sweet fusion rifle.
I know, it's awesome. I don't like fusion rifles all that much, but I find myself just wanting to keep using this gun.
Yeah, I think they definitely put an effort in to put in some good ones. The exotic fusion rifles before were decent. Plan C and can't even remember what the other one was called. Pocket Infinity.
Yeah.
They were decent, but I think they finally put some good ones in.
Yeah.
And you said you're at 290. I think I'm at 295, but I raided last week and just a little bit. I didn't get through the whole thing. My brother went in at 287.
Yeah.
And he was doing just fine.
Yeah.
So even though it says recommended 290, you can be a little bit lower than that. I wouldn't take a full fire team in below 290 because there are specific parts where you have to do a certain amount of damage on a boss.
Did you get any raid gear?
The only thing I got was a raid ghost shell, 302 defense, I think, but I didn't get any guns or any boots or any armor like that. But like I said, I only got up and defeated the war priest, and it was already 4:00 in the morning. So unfortunately, we have jobs, so people had to get off because they had to work in a few hours, and that was on Saturday. I didn't get to play Friday. Of course, the day it came out, I had other things I had to do, and then Sunday I work. So I really only had one day to really play it. So I probably won't get a chance again till this weekend, but I plan on completing. I mean, it doesn't seem it's challenging puzzle wise, but and there's and this is obviously I haven't done the whole thing, but. It doesn't seem overly difficult, but it's challenging to your mind trying to figure things out. But it's not like you can't. Oh my gosh, we can't beat them.
Right.
No, you just gotta figure it out, get the timing down, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. I was supposed to do it a couple nights ago with some guys, but they had other issues because some people I play with have kids and families and
same
stuff,
here.
So.
I mean, that's the thing about getting a little bit older is we don't have exactly as much time as we'd like.
I know. I found myself making time for Destiny. This weekend, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I work 9 to 8, 11 to 8, 9 to 8. And as soon as I got home, I was jumping on Destiny for a few hours just to get a little bit of a grind in.
Oh gosh, that's I work night shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I'll get on as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
And start playing. Today I did that, but that's because I wanted the Ace of Spades, which I did finally get today. My class specific.
Gun looks awesome. You sent me a picture this morning.
Yeah,
I was traveling to work, and you're like.
I think I also I posted a picture of it on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
It's the hunter specific gunsmith level 3 exotic. It's a hand cannon. It's basically like Fatebringer. It's got Firefly on it. It has third eye also. That's you don't even have to unlock third eye. It just has that. And then the perk that I really like, it's called Maverick. It's the last one where every time you get a precision kill, it just takes a bullet from your reserves and puts it straight into your clip.
That's awesome.
It's very, and the gun looks sweet. It's black and white. It's got spades on it. Oh yeah, it looks very cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And we'll get into the class specific items later because I still have to unlock mine with my Titan. I think my gunsmith's almost a level 2 right now, but
Yeah, well, level 2 will grant you a legendary class specific secondary. I think. Because I got my Stow Piercer, which is a sniper, for my hunter. It's a shame that it's cool that they're doing these class specifics. I like the idea.
Yeah, I do
but
too.
now that I've unlocked this, I'm like, oh, I wish I could just give that to my warlock or something. But
it's a pretty sweet hand cannon. I was looking at it when I got off work today.
Cool.
It looks cool. It even looks cool. Like sometimes you get cool guns with good perks, but they look stupid.
Well, that's kind of like I got the Zalo Supercell. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the first part of it. The Supercell, we'll just call it. And that's like an amazing assault rifle, but it really doesn't look as cool as it could. But at the end of the day, I don't really care what they look like as long as they are OP. But in this case, it looks cool and it's awesome. So.
Yeah, that's really cool. One thing I want to do before we get into our topic, which is the 3 of Coins exploit, we started the DNA Destiny Community Fireteam Facebook group. I just want to shout out to all the people who just made that group totally awesome. It's super active. I am so surprised at how active this group is.
I actually love it, and I'm not like a big
I know you're
Facebook
never
guy.
on Facebook.
I have been posting probably more and commenting on people like more than I ever have. And it's just really cool. It's a very cool community. I like everyone that's in it. They're always posting stuff.
Yeah.
It's
a very friendly, helpful,
very
community
friendly
too. So
very cool.
I want to shout out to Todd from Seeker Friends Unite, Lee and Ray from Nerd Overdrive, Matt from Platinum Achievement, Ray from Neek the podcast, Adam McGill from Dad's Hideout, all the active guardians in there, Frank Clark, Sean Church, Kyle Waite, who they're all admins of the group. They're trusted friends of the show.
I see them posting almost every day. So very, very cool guys.
And then of course our friends Chad and David Isola, and your brother is an admin now too, and my cousin Michael and Matt, who I used to work with and we used to go to school with. So, shout out to the admins who've made this group just so fun to be in, and it's overwhelmingly awesome to see this group grow. We have 105 members now. I thought we were gonna have like 40. It's just really cool to see. But that leads us into our topic, 3 of Coins exploit.
3 of Coins.
This took over the internet on Friday when Zer showed up.
It broke. I mean, it kind of broke. I'm gonna say it broke the internet. It wasn't like Kim Kardashian's ass picture.
No, but it was.
It felt like it for Destiny fans. I'm sure this was our version of that.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up that morning and people were like, "What's this 3 of Coins thing?" And people went from finding out what this 3 of Coins was. I mean, we already knew what it was, but like casual players to like, oh, there's specific missions where you can use it over and over and over and over again and keep getting exotics. And I know. I tried it. I wasn't lucky enough, but I also only had about 10 of them. I had more luck in the strikes as opposed to these missions. But
I got about 30 exotic engrams.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad. There's people out there who might have a problem with this exploit. I don't have a problem with what I did at all.
Yeah.
Especially because then, I ran 2 Nightfalls this week already and I got strange coins twice. So it's, RNG is, for a while there, I had control over RNG, at least a minimal amount of control. And after the Gallahorn incident of 2014, I'm not doing this again. So I had a chance to get as many as exotics.
You're not waiting for that next Gallahorn.
I'm not waiting. RNG has never once, and you've seen this, been on my side.
Never.
It is
ever.
Even though I ended up getting all the exotics from year one, it wasn't like they were dropping to me left and right. I had to put the time and work and effort, and it was ridiculous what I had to do to get all those.
Yeah.
So, no. Forget this. I'm using this exploit like crazy.
I mean, I kind of think like for people like you've been playing every day since day one, and like, people who have been playing like that, I think it's kind of like, here's a gift from us.
I kind of felt like it was a reward. Yeah. Almost like, hey, if you have the strange coins, which if you've been playing since day one, I had just on my hunter over 400, and you better believe I spent every single one of them.
Yeah, we were talking on the way over. You're like, Yeah, I had 400 last week, and
I
I
spent
spent every single
every
one.
single
And then
one.
you're like, I'm back up to 50, but they're gonna be gone on Friday.
Oh,
if
I
you
mean,
sell
I'm
them.
gonna spend these until I have I'm dropping them. It's crazy. But yeah, if you've put the work and effort in to get that many strange coins, so it's not like
Yeah.
oh, they're just giving me these 3 a coin. They're just giving me exotics. No, I had to earn these 3. I had to earn the coins to get the
How much were they? Like 13 coins?
No, they were set. You got 7. Took 7 strange coins for 5 3 coins, which I mean that seems
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about here is like how they could change it.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I was so excited. I'd be getting 50 at a time.
Yeah.
And just running straight through that.
Did you do the Gate Lord mission?
I did the Scourge of Winter.
Oh, okay.
It was like I didn't even try the other one, but I mean I still even have the checkpoint saved at them. So just in case they don't nerf it, I'll be doing it again this weekend. I got about every single armor piece for every character. Almost. I didn't get them all because I got some duplicates.
Right.
But I got all the hunter helmets, all the gauntlets. I think I have all the hunter gear because that's my main. So I have all. I'm still working on his class items, his exotic class items. I have the Dead Orbit cape. That's it. But I got all his armor. I didn't do as well with the weapons. I got 4 Suros regimes.
Yeah.
Like 2 invectives, 2 Fourth Horsemans. I did get a Supercell and a Jade Rabbit, but those were the only like new ones.
That Jade Rabbit's cool.
Jade Rabbit's all right. I ended up getting a Gemini, a Boolean Gemini. I don't know if I'm saying that right. From the quest line out in the Reef, and I actually like that more than the Jade Rabbit because for the Jade Rabbit to work, you kind of have to aim for body shots, and that's it's a scout rifle, so I don't shoot it correctly. I mean, it's got good stats on it, but I can't even remember what else I got. I didn't get any heavies. I don't even know if those could drop.
Yeah.
Didn't get any secondaries other than the 2 shotguns that. Yeah, I got 2 Fourth Horsemen. I was really excited about that. But yeah, 4 Suros. I got a Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
I went and then I bought a Hawkmoon. It's just stuff like that. So I got a lot of them.
Yeah, I got some gear. I didn't get any weapons from it. Like I said, I had more luck doing the strikes with it than I did doing the exploit. But like, I got 2 exotic helmets for my my Titan, and then I got the Alpha Lupe chest piece for my Titan, and I got a Hunter chest piece, which I put in my vault because I'll eventually start running a Hunter too.
Right.
But I ended up just getting gear. I didn't get any weapons from it. That said, I didn't have nearly as many strange coins as you because I've been spending them at Zur.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Like, and that's not a knock on you, but I saw some people comment. Maybe it was in our Facebook group, and it wasn't like people were overly complaining about it. And I understood where some people were coming from, where maybe you don't have the means to get all these exotics, and then you'll have no situation where I think the fear is that now you're going to have a percentage of people who already have 70% of the exotics, and then you're gonna have. But it doesn't matter. I don't think they made weapons that are going to be so dominant that you're going to find people who are like, well, I don't want to play with you if you don't have such and such. I don't think there's going to be a weapon now.
Yeah, there's not going to be
there's not a Gallahorn where it's like, do you have a Gallahorn? No? Okay, then you can't play with me.
Right.
No, it's not going to be like that, especially now with the light levels. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You don't even I don't even look at people's weapons. I'm like, oh, this guy's got a 290 light level. All right, he's good to go. Before you're purely looking at their weapons. That's it. You didn't, because everyone was a level 34.
Yeah.
Everyone. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
And just like, everyone's a level 40, but now since you have the light, it really sets a difference. It doesn't even matter really what weapons you have.
Yeah, I really like the way that the weapons affect the light level, by the way. I just like, you need to level your weapons, and that's a whole nother topic though. So, but some people want this to be changed. I honestly don't have a problem with it, but a lot of people kind of want us to talk about how we think it should be changed. So like, what do you think?
I actually do think it should be changed, because as much as I used it and exploited the shit out of it, that's just because I hate RNG so much.
Yeah.
This was kind of like my revenge on it, but
which was well warranted.
RNG. I mean, I have such hatred for that. It's not even funny. So this was kind of my get back. That's why I went crazy with it. Um, the the ways that I would change it, there's a few ways. I think the easiest, coming from a doing it like fastest fix, would just be like putting a cooldown on it.
Yeah.
That would say like a 10-minute cooldown, because if their intention was for you to use it during strikes and raids and stuff, like you're not hitting a boss every 10 minutes, so you could put like a 15-minute cooldown on one. Another way would just be to come out and say you can only use it in strikes and raids.
Yeah.
Like you can't even use it on a regular yellow boss
right
in a mission.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if with the wording of the Strand with the 3 coins, that's what it says. So people weren't cheating. This wasn't a cheat.
Right.
We were using it exactly how you intended it to be used.
Yeah, they just found an exploit for
we
it.
just found a loophole.
Yeah.
Which, if you've played a game like this where you grind,
yeah,
what's the one thing that players are going to do? They're going to go out and they're going to find the fastest way to get the best gear. Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, I know there's like a thing when Diablo 3 first came out. I don't remember specifically what it was, but there was an exploit that was kind of like this, where like people were getting gear like real quick, and like I know Blizzard changed all that for that game, but like players like we talked about this last week. The quest lines for certain things are really grindy and really
they're
tedious.
very grindy.
If there's a faster way for me to get a weapon, like I'm going to do it. I'm not going to
absolutely.
spend my time, finding 3 enemies on each planet to get to the next objective in the quest line. I'm going to go like spend my 3 of coins and see if I can get lucky. Like,
I mean, that's the thing. If you've played any game like this, that's the point.
Yeah.
Getting better gear the fastest way you can.
Right.
Like, you can't tell me, because I know I've done this, like back during the old raids, where I'll get on the forums and I'll specifically say, I'm looking for a Vault of Glass at the Templar, because I want to kill the Templar and get to that chest right after him.
Right.
I didn't want to play through the first part. I didn't need it.
Right.
That was a waste of my time.
Yeah.
So I wanted that's how I got my Galahorn. I jumped in on a Crota raid at Crota.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that.
You know how long it took you to get Galahorn?
That's what I'm saying. That's why. That's why. If there's any way I can stick it to RNG,
it's
like
seriously hilarious how long it took you to get Galahorn.
I don't think. I mean, 1,300 hours isn't funny.
No, I mean,
to
like
me.
Maybe a couple months later, it's kind of funny.
No.
But
3 coins makes me feel better.
Yeah. I kind of think maybe they should limit it to strikes and raids. Or like you said, put a cooldown.
I just think that, put a cooldown on it. Because then, yeah, people can sit there and still grind that. But if you want to wait 15 minutes, 10 minutes between each coin,
yeah,
good luck with that.
Yeah.
So that's the easiest way. Just put a cooldown on it.
Yeah. And like the only thing is though, they stack though.
I understand that.
So like they would have to like eliminate that probably. Don't you think they would have to eliminate the stacking to add a cooldown?
But by the stacking, like the way that I understand the stacking to work, like I know that you can like use more than one, but like I personally didn't notice a difference when I did that.
Yeah.
But what I did notice is that, and this is what they say, every time you use one and it doesn't work, your next one gives you a greater chance.
Gotcha.
Another way that they can change it is just to fix the drop rate.
Yeah.
Which would be terrible. I don't think, I mean, that would kind of defeat the purpose of using it.
Yeah.
But I say cool down. Keep the drop rates where they're at. I mean, I don't think it broke the game.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. Another thing I was thinking, like, somewhere in there, I think Bungie almost knew about this, and they wanted people to have fun with the raid when they released it.
Well, and that's the thing. They decided not to sell a weapon.
Yeah.
From Xur, which was interesting because, you would think, okay, the raid's coming out. The game's been out a couple days. People are going to be close. They're going to be in the 270s, 280s if they've been playing every day. If they've been playing a lot, they're in the 290s. I think I was just in the 280s when Xur came. I think this was their way to get you raid ready.
Yeah. And
it got me raid. I mean, I was ready to raid. It gave me weapons to take into the raid. The supercell, that was a great weapon to use in the very beginning because it chains and everything. But I think this is just, maybe they did do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Part of me thought maybe that they knew about this and just let it go. This was like a reward almost.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else you want to talk about 3 of Coins before we move into a couple questions? Nope.
I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I've never gotten so many exotics in one day in my entire life. I've never gotten. I mean, I was like 30. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
All right, so we have a couple questions from the community group. Bryce Ware asks, is there any point to do the old raids anymore? And did year 2 or the 2.0 update really make the previous 2 expansions pointless?
Well, of course, there's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, last week I ran both the first 2 raids. We ran 3 people through it that had never run them before, and I was like, it was fun. Like it was terrible, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to get, especially in Vault of Glass, that last part. I mean, I still have trouble with that last part.
You got to remember,
relics.
there's still a lot of people who are picking up the game fresh.
Right.
I mean, this is bringing people back who gave up.
Right.
So, I mean, this is the thing I've always said about the Destiny community is that they're very helpful. There's reasons to run your friends through. Run people, like if someone in our Facebook group who's new to the game wants to run a raid, they're fun. Now, he's talking gear. I understand where he's coming from.
Stuff, but still.
As far as gear goes, no. It's not like they're going to drop year 2 exotics or, the weapons you're going to get out of it. If you're a big Crucible player, I mean, it doesn't matter what your gun attack is. So there's some decent guns. Praetor's Timepiece holds up well. Corrective Measure's a really good machine gun. So
I actually got Corrective Measure.
If you're a collector and you want to collect all the weapons, yes, there's, I hear that if you dismantle the Black Hammer, you get a Black Hammer rune. I don't know what you use it for yet, but so that gives you a reason to want to run through Crota. So who knows if there's other secret things from just, I don't know. So we don't know yet, but there could be in the future even more reasons to run these. Yeah. What was the second part of that question?
Did the 2.0 update really make the previous 2 expansions pointless? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, they're just small expansions.
I mean,
Dark Below and House of Wolves were small.
How you look at it. If you're looking at it from the standpoint of like you're just starting the game and like why would I want to run these? Maybe, but from my standpoint, where I've gotten to experience everyone one at a time. Yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah. And then the fact the second DLC brought us Trials, which will be coming back.
Yeah, and it also brought Prison of Elders for better or worse.
It brought new maps. It brought new exotics, as crappy as they may be. It did bring them. It brought, so no, I don't think it made them completely useless, especially when Trials comes back. Yeah. Who knows when that'll be?
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting time.
Not soon enough. It'll be interesting to see how it works now, especially with light level. Yeah. Because before, it was, okay, if you're level 34, you all do the same amount of damage. Now there's going to be such a variation between light level, unless everyone's just at 310 or whatever the max is. Yeah. But still, then it's going to depend on your weapons, too. It's going to depend on your weapons.
If you're going to be max light level, you got to figure out which weapons are working well in Trials. And
and that's, I've talked about last week how beautiful Crucible is now, and I still love it. Just the variation of weapons. The new maps are fantastic.
Yeah, I do like the new maps.
Really like the new maps. Every single one of them is really good.
Yeah, I've actually been jumping into Crucible more and more lately.
Bannerfall might be... Well, it's so easy to get into it now and use... Because before it was like, oh, shit, I don't have a Thorn. I'm screwed. I'm going to get destroyed here. Now, I was pissed off because I was playing Elimination for one of the quest lines, the Crucible quest line, which is just brutal. And it was me and my buddy, and we had to pick up a random, and he was using Thorn, and we were actually pissed off about it. We're like, why are you using Thorn? You're not going to kill anything. And of course, he did not do well. So it's just funny how things change.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay, next question. Thomas Carroll. He wants us to talk about the gear leveling, specifically Infusion. He's a newer player to Destiny.
Okay, yeah.
I've actually been talking to him a couple times in the community group. Like, he's a newer player. He got it on day one, but he kind of fell off. But like, he's jumping back in fresh with a new character and stuff like that. So he wants us to explain.
Infusing is it's actually extremely simple. Yeah. Every weapon has an attack value. If it's 290, 270, or whatever. You can only infuse with a weapon that's higher. Right. And it only works with blues. You can't do it with like a green, I don't believe.
No.
So, but you can infuse. Anyway. No, that's true. Good point. You can infuse a legendary with a blue, with a rare. It doesn't matter which one they are. The one just has to have a higher attack value. So if your hand cannon that you really like is only a 280, and then you get a scout rifle that's 290, you can, as long as they're both either blue or purple, you can infuse it.
You can infuse exotics too.
Yes, yeah, you can do exotics. Yeah. Like, which is, I mean, you know how I told you I got like multiples of guns earlier?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't dismantle them. I kept all my extras. So my 4 Suros.
Yep.
I kept them, and I've been infusing them into my legendary guns.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, it's relatively simple, but it's I think it's the best mechanic they added, to be quite honest with you.
It's all right. The infusing thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know.
I mean, I know you like to switch up guns a lot, but
that's
for
the
me,
thing.
like I find a gun I like.
That's how, like, you know, I know a lot of people where they find a gun they like and that's all they want to use. That's the only one they use in Crucible. I like to use all of them. I like to run all the exotics, try them out. So that's where it kind of makes me mad with the infusion thing, because like I got to grind like crazy so I can infuse them all up, you know, towards 300. So that's something that, like, it's cool, but it's a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
To get us, because I will run everything.
Right.
Everything.
Right. So. And then Matt asks, how do you guys feel about Bungie and Activision keeping exotics out of the Ingram rotation until later on?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of fine with it too. I mean, like, okay.
It's
the first week. Like,
it's the first week. How many people got exotics in the first week Destiny was out when it first came out? I think we're getting a little greedy.
Yeah.
Now with, you know, 3 of coins, and that's the only reason I think maybe that question's coming, because if every gun, everything would have been in the rotation with the 3 of coins exploit, we could have gotten them all.
Yeah.
So no, maybe that's why they kept them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
I got enough. I'm not going to go overboard. I've gotten so many exotics in the first week.
Yeah.
No, they can do whatever they want at this point.
Yeah.
And they're going to anyways. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we had a question asking us about the level 300 weapon or gear quest. I haven't even seen one.
I don't know if he just mean, like, I don't know if you have to be level 300. If I don't understand the question, I don't know if he just wanted to know about the quest, like certain quest lines, like to get, like, for instance, you know, the one out in the reef where you have to do all that stuff for Petra and Barracks. You know, that it got me the Boolean Gemini.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the Ace of Spades one, like the exotic one for the gunsmith.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean, there are some quest lines that we could talk about. The Crucible one is brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. And like more specifically that, like, I know all 3 of you guys did it this weekend, but that chaperone quest.
Oh,
for someone that doesn't
holiday?
play Crucible
for someone who doesn't play Crucible a lot,
awful.
That one could be. I would say right now the chaperone is one of my favorite. I love the chaperone.
Yeah, I'm about to give you my controller for like 20 minutes. Say, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, it only took me, I think, 3 or 4 games, and I actually used the last word, but like I've talked about before a lot on the show, the last word was my favorite. Favorite gun in Crucible, and now it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean, it is. It gets beat by almost everything.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that it's just, it gets beat by everything.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting it somehow with using that gun. My brother went with a different method. He went with the only equip it during heavy.
Yeah.
Get kills, take it off. Takes a little bit longer, but you don't have to worry about losing that, you know, percentage that you got up. And then the rest of it's, I mean, the Shield Brothers can be kind of tough.
Yeah.
But if you have a full fire team of 3.
Yeah.
It's not
if you have a fire team that you're communicating and say, look, I'm doing this quest, I have a shotgun out, just get them down real low and let me kill them.
Well, I mean, everyone should be running shotguns at that point during that mission. It's difficult. It's recommended light 290. I actually did it the first time to get the chaperone. I did it matchmaking.
Yeah.
So I did it with 3 guys. We didn't communicate at all, but we got it. We all knew what we were there to do.
Yeah.
Then I helped my brother do it with our other friend, and it was a lot easier with being in the same fire team. But that one's but it's so worth it. That shotgun is awesome.
Yeah. So that's like the main quest I'm working on right now. like
yeah, the
trying
main
to
one
do.
that I'm working on is the Crucible one, where you have to get all those wins in every mode and get kills in every mode. And right now I'm at the point where I have to get 6+ kills with a weapon type and win the game.
Yeah.
Once I get through I've done a couple of those. I think the last one I have to do will be called like Top of the Mountain or something, where like you have to win so many games. A win counts as 3, but it costs 1 to start a new match. If that makes sense.
So really, you're only
So
getting
like
2.
so really you're only getting 2, but like if you lose, then you're gonna go but that'll be worth it, because that'll actually unlock the weekly Crucible bounties.
Yeah.
If you complete those, and we've talked about these, Shax has them, you get Nightfall tier rewards.
Yeah. So
With my
cool.
luck will be strange coins.
Yeah, I was about to say you're gonna get more strange coins. All that worth it for strange coins, but
It really wasn't. No. Especially because the Nightfall this week's kind of difficult.
yeah. I was talking to some of my friends and they were on Nightfall. They're like, it's really difficult. You want to join us? I'm like, well, I'm about to record the show.
I highly
like,
recommend running at least one person with a Titan. And when I say difficult, the only difficult part is that beginning part with the war set.
Yeah.
Just run a Titan, pop a bubble.
Yeah.
We actually ran 2 Titans just because, and we popped one. Oh, also, big tip: take out the guns on the ship.
Yeah.
You can shoot the turrets off. So if anyone has a void, sniper, fusion rifle, just take out those cannons, and you'll have and you'll have no problem. And then the rest of it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
The rest of it's very easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up? We got to go get that sniper rifle.
Yeah, the black spindle. We're gonna go work on it right now. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see this till tomorrow. I don't know, and I think it has to be the daily heroic. So
yeah,
hopefully, you knew about it before you watched this show.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in our community group, you obviously already know about it. It's everywhere in there. But all right. Well, thanks for joining us on DNA Weekly Strike this week. You can find all of our content on digitalnerdadvocates.com or on our YouTube page, the Digital Nerd Advocates Network. You can get this show every Thursday on YouTube, and you can download it off of our RSS feed every Sunday. I recommend you watch a YouTube video, get our views up, like, subscribe, share.
That'd be good.
And until next week, we're out.
Good hunting, Guardians.
Look at that sniper.